You gonna go podcast?
You're gonna have to behave. Okay, you're gonna have to just lay down for a little bit. I'm gonna guess some horse prices.
All right. Are we ready? We're recording. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Working Ammy podcast. We are still in Wellington.
We're still here.
We are in the Euphoric Equestrian pop-up with Alexa from Euphoric Equestrian.
Hi.
So we're going to do some guess the budget, some submissions, and then we'll have a little Q&A.
Sweet.
We got your questions. So yeah, we're excited. Let's get started. All right, so we're gonna do a Price is Right style episode. So do you guys? I'll read the first one. Okay. Don't look. All right, so the subject line of this one is "Price My 1 in a Million." So this person said, so about 2 years ago, I found this ad for a young pony, just broke Welsh TB cross, purchased him from a well-known Welsh breeder in Ocala. He was super eye-catching and had fantastic breeding, which brought me to buy him. We purchased him for $12,000.
I was like, wait. Damn it.
I know.
Was it $12,000?
Well, she has what he's insured for, okay, so we can do that.
So maybe he's gone up in value.
So I'll let you guess that. Okay.
Don't say what he was insured for.
We were told he would tap out at 15.2. We purchased him at 15.1. He's now 4 years old and 16.2 and will not stop growing.
Yeah. So this is not a pony.
It's not a pony.
It was giving pony from the beginning. Yeah.
We definitely realized he has way more TB in him. He's chrome chestnut when clipped with 4 white socks and a sweet white base. Yes, he's a TB, but you'd never know. This boy moves like a huge warm blood and is built like one. He wears 2 front shoes, no maintenance other than that, on a very normal show diet as he's been showing more. He's done tons of local shows in the walk, trot, canter, and cross rails and 2-foot. He's always in the top 3, almost always champion. Also tried jumpers, did not work at all. Mm-hmm. He's definitely a hunter. Recently went to WEC and hits and showed in the 2.326 baby greens and got champion and second schools 3-foot at home. He's only been to 3 A-rated shows, but record is slaying so far.
Yes, slay.
Absolute puppy dog. Literally will lick any part of you for hours on end. Super gross, but super cute. Very forgiving, but would need a rider with good miles. And as he is young and we want 0 bad habits developed, stands for vet, farrier, and loads like a saint. Also loves bats. And in general, just being loved on, no hot type of TB. Only way you can tell he's a TB in him is by his feet. LOL. Mm-hmm. So much scope for the 3-foot plus. When we purchased him, we obvi did full PPE and x-rays on all of his growth plates to make sure they were closed so we could put him in training. Thankfully, all closed. And that's why he was started too young/early. Absolutely loves meeting new friends. Put him in a paddock with any horse, and he's super well behaved, knows his boundaries for sure. He's literally my 1 in a million. He is insured for blank. Only had 2 owners, his breeder and me. Will be an incredible show horse. He's got the auto changes, but hasn't started flying changes yet. Never planning on selling, but would love to know how much he would sell for in the real world. Thank you guys so much. Y'all's bids are amazing, as well as the podcast. And then she sent us a picture of him. He actually does look
like
yeah,
he does.
Cute.
He's super cute.
I love his little white socks and his face. Oh, he doesn't look thoroughbed at all.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even have, because sometimes thoroughbreds have like a very distinct face.
Yeah, he has a cute
like
full face.
A Hanoverian.
A little bit.
Really cute.
Yeah.
Super cute. Okay, when did she buy him?
She bought him about 2 years ago.
So she bought him as a
2022.
How old was he?
I think he was 2 because he's now 4.
Wait. Oh wow, she bought him as a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
So
going
she
to say
bought
his
him-
price has gone significantly up.
Okay.
So guess what he's insured for?
Okay. All right. What's he insured for? All right. I think.
I don't know what to do with this mic
So
right
she
now.
bought him at 12 as a 2-year-old. That's very interesting, actually. But I guess it was a well-known breeder. Okay.
It's also interesting he came from a Welsh breeder and he's like a full-size horse, right?
I was thinking pony. When you said that.
Well, she thought it was gonna be a pony or like a small horse.
And now she's like a full-grown animal.
Yeah, she said that they were told he would tap out at 15 too.
Okay. And she said no flying change yet.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, she said he doesn't have a flying chain.
Okay. I think I have down my answer.
And he's 4 now?
He's 4 now.
This is so bad. I think back and forth with these numbers. Okay.
This gets
Alright.
tricky.
Okay. Ready?
Okay, ready? 1,
2,
2, 3. Oh,
Okay, so
Alexa
we're-
was very close. Okay, so
Oh,
Alexa
really?
said 25,000. Maria said 15,000. Alexa's a little bit under.
Oh,
Do you
so she has
wanna-
more.
Do you want to
Is it 22?
make another guess? No, she said 25. Alexa was a little bit
Oh,
under.
was it 20? Oh, she was under.
Yeah,
She was under?
yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I feel
Was
weird
it
just like holding this here, but I want you to hear it.
Was it 30?
Mhm.
It was 30?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
You go, girl.
That is super impressive. Let me say my reasoning for low because he's 4. For insurance wise, you usually he's insured usually for the purchase price of the horse, and then in order to increase that purchase price, it's pretty difficult. But then you have to also do the show record, and there's only a certain amount per year that you can increase the insurance by. So to have a 4-year-old at 30,000 to buy it at 12,000,
He must
I want to
have a
know who
good-
your insurance is.
Yeah, he must have a good show record because
Yeah.
they're like very adamant about checking that when you go to up the price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she said he showed in the 2-3, 2-6 baby greens and got champion. And he's done a ton of local shows. I feel like they don't really count local shows usually. He's done a ton of local shows in the walk, trot, canter, and cross rails and 2-foot. He's always in the top 3, almost always champion. So
I'm
he
curious
doesn't
what his
necessarily
record would look like.
How much of a record can he have at 4? I mean, I guess it's a big record to be competing at 3. Like,
That's the thing. Like, yeah, I don't know how much of a record he could have at 4.
I'm shocked that like they almost doubled the insurance
Yeah.
price
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the horse.
Yeah.
Surprising too for one like that young and just
Yeah.
doing what it's doing, you know?
I wonder if they maybe did something with the breeding wise, like they were able to up it because of like the breeding.
I wonder because he's not full thoroughbred.
Yeah. I don't know. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
For the insurance price is that much higher.
Yeah.
than for only 2 years. You know?
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very,
very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never. Okay, and then what was the second question? What you could sell for now?
Yes. Yeah. So, because the subject line is, would love to know how much he would sell for in the real world.
How much is he? How sir with TVs and Welsh is he? Is he like 3/4 Welsh?
I don't know.
I think the tough part too is it doesn't have an auto change.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I guess depending on what kind of circuit you're showing on, like the horse really needs a lead change unless it's smaller and doesn't matter as much.
Yeah. I feel like at 4, not having a flying change is kind of
Yeah, you can definitely still learn
not.
it.
I don't want to say standard, but I'm not that surprised that
Yeah.
it doesn't have a flying change. But yeah,
Maybe someone
like,
can
if
like
you-
finish it for
Yeah.
her.
So do you guys? Do you guys want to?
I think I'm so shocked by this.
Too stunned to speak.
I am stunned to speak. What? Okay. I really want to know the breeding wise because if it's like mostly TV, that would be one of our first that has like a really high TV price.
Yeah.
I want to see the show record too.
Yeah.
Like what's on it and what it's done.
what it could be worth now.
I mean, I could do some stalking on USEF.
Do we have the show name?
I have her name.
Oh,
We go
I'm sure you.
deep into
Oh,
the
I'm sure you can
research.
find it. We can pull up that horse report real quick.
Yeah.
He must have decent.
It has to be
Breeding,
some kind with
right?
breeding.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I wonder if it was started too when she bought it, or if she bought it literally like
Yeah.
unbroke. I hate when it's like too generic of a name and like so many results come up.
I mean, we
It
can
says the
just do
search
it,
criteria didn't match any records, so
it's fine. We just guess.
yeah.
Like, based on the information
All
she
right.
gave us.
Yeah. So based
It's
on the
4,
information,
can't have that much.
Yeah.
what do you think that he would sell for? He could sell for in the real world.
Taking out the insurance price because I'm curious about the insurance price. At 4.
I want to make sure that the mic's picking you up.
If he has a long show record, which I don't know how you possibly could have a really super long show record at 4.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 to 25.
How are we gonna do Price is Right?
20 to 25. 20 to 25. We messed this whole thing. This one was like, this was a test run. Yeah, I think maybe 20 to 25, depending on the show record.
I agree. I'm gonna say the same. It's just young and like I don't know like what it's going to do or what they think it can do.
Yeah.
I'm
curious.
a little off with the breeding. I think if it's mostly TV going for 30, that would be one of our most like.
Yeah, that'd be up
prices.
there.
Yeah,
especially for a
at
4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Doing cross rails and like flat classes, right? Is
Yeah.
what she said for showing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably say 20 to 25.
Yeah.
Depending on the show. Okay. Cool. All right. This is interesting because it's not hers.
It's someone else's?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one. Hi, there's a horse that I work closely with at my farm who has been casually for sale for the past 2 years with few bites. Zero marketing, solely word of mouth, as he is still loved and valuable to our team. I think it would be fun to see what you would price him at versus what we have him marketed for. 11-year-old imported Swedish warmblood gelding brought over as a 5-year-old. Record in the U.S. from 120 through 145 with about a year in the FEI 150. He'll jump from any distance, but his record shows that he doesn't mind getting rails and is a consistent 8 and 12 fault horse, no matter the height. When he goes clean, he is the winner. The confidence he can bring to someone who wants to learn to jump big jumps without the worry of picking the right distance is unbeatable, but he is quirky with the occasional spook and spin, although it's very predictable once you have an understanding of him. He has done countless night classes on both the East and West Coast, has done this show, and a World Cup qualifier. He has jumped some of the most impressive tracks in North America, but just has his own personality and doesn't care to leave all the jumps up. He has had his stifles injected twice this past year, purely for comfort and not because of lameness. He was priced at blank in 2021. And I'll let you guess that, and then I'll continue.
This is tough.
Yeah. This is going to be a fun one.
How old was he?
Yeah.
He is 11.
This sounds like a great
And he was brought over as a 5-year-old.
horse for like a kid wanting to do the meter 10s if it's like an 8 to 12 falter at the like meter 40.
But she said he was an 8 to 12 falter no matter the height.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Maybe she's saying like 120 to 145 at that height. She doesn't say anything about lower classes.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm unsure. But she said he doesn't mind getting rails and is a consistent 8 and 12 fault horse no matter the height. But when he goes clean, he's the winner.
Sounds like a good confidence builder.
Yeah.
When did she buy him?
This is not her horse. This is just a horse that she has at the barn.
Oh, so she wants us to.
She has
what does she want us to guess then?
She has what he was priced at in 2021.
He's like casually for sale,
and
right?
then what he's currently priced at because they've had a limited bites on him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So write down your best bet for what he was originally priced at with all of that in 2021.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Set. Go. Oh wow.
That was so off for me.
Okay.
No
So-
shame to anybody with my price.
So,
What is your
so
reasoning?
I said 250 and Alexa said 90. I said 250 because he has a ton of experience, and I feel like this is what a horse like that is going to go for.
Yeah,
Um,
especially
even
around here.
with the rails, right? Like he has World Cup experience, he has meter 50 experience. He's done. It seems like he's done everything and done it. I mean, even if he has rails, done it generally well. He'll go around. It seems like he's game for pretty much anything. And like, this is what horses like that are kind of going for, right?
The
Like,
OG price, okay.
This is the OG
OG.
price. Yeah.
Maybe mine's
Okay.
more of like the current price. I lowballed this one a little bit.
Well, what was your reasoning for the 90,000?
I think I was thinking age, but maybe more the age the horse is now, not what it was 2 years ago. And then like 8 to 12 faults, like it's not like it's a 4-fault horse, which is great. It's like 12's
12
a
is kind of a
decent
lot,
amount of
yeah.
rails on
Yeah,
course. That's where I was like, oh, I don't know. But also,
25%.
it could be a packer and just go over anything, which a lot of people will pay a lot of
Yeah.
money for
Or
if
even
it's
if
not
it does
stopping,
rails.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does have a occasional spook and spin, but we said before,
That's not,
like at that level, the horse is
Yeah,
probably working.
yeah.
So you kind of
At that
expect
level, yeah, you're kind
Yeah,
of
as long as
expecting
it's
a
not
little
stopping,
something.
sure, the spin is reasonable.
Okay, well, you were both
Off?
not right.
How far off were you?
A pretty good amount.
Who was
You were closer.
I was
Okay.
closer.
Not by like. By,
So it's in the 6 figures.
Yes, it is in the 6 figures.
Am I over or under?
You were under.
Oh.
Wait.
By like a good amount.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
was it 500?
It was 500.
I am so
Wow.
sorry with this price. This is so offensive. Pretend this didn't happen.
He was priced at $500,000.
Oh,
in
wow.
2021,
Okay.
but his owner became pregnant and has had to step down from the FEI. Because of that, he is now priced at blank.
Okay, I'm gonna up my price. Okay. I have mine now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay, we're getting better. All right, Nora, you hit it right on the head.
Oh,
Yay.
wow.
Because of that, he is now priced at $300,000.
So the reason I didn't say 250 is because I don't think that they would have cut the price completely in half.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, 500 to 300 is still a big decrease, but I don't think they would have been like, let's just cut it in half.
Yeah,
and, like,
unless they really were
Unless
like,
they were
we need to get rid of this
desperate,
horse right
yeah.
now. But if it's just they are still enjoying him, they're
and
like,
it said he's
sell
still
when he
valuable to the
sells.
team. Do you think that's like an accurate price for this horse?
I think the minute they said World Cup, yeah,
yeah, I think so too. That's really what,
that's a big track.
yes,
Really big.
really big and difficult and technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, even with the rails, because it sounds like you could put anybody on it and it'll go around.
Yeah,
and
you
it'll
could put
be
a
fine.
kid, maybe an amateur, and do like
Yeah.
the lower stuff and like move up and find some confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's still young. He's 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's 11, so
yeah,
he's like prime age.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Great.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not great at this game.
Well,
It's really tricky when you start thinking about it. You're like, wait.
it is. Maria and I have been doing this for a while, so
Are you getting a better gauge on
so
we
we have
prices?
a pretty good gauge.
Yeah.
But like we had some thoroughbred ones that Molly was Molly was like, I'm never coming back on.
But by the end of it, she redeemed herself. She was good actually with the international one.
Yeah.
Thoroughbreds are not her forte.
Okay, so this one is guess the price. 3.6 junior hunter. So this person says, "Hi ladies, would love for you to guess my purchase and sale price for my previous jumper turned 3.6 junior hunter."
Okay.
We didn't do this.
This one sounds fun.
Here's some background info. Zangerscheid Gelding bought as a 6-year-old sight unseen from Europe, where he competed up to 1.20 meters. He was purchased as my first jumper Ended up showing him in the jumpers / EC for a few years with success. But after a trainer switch, we decided he would have much more success in the hunter ring due to his round jump, fancy movement, slower tempo, and ability to not bat an eye at anything. I moved up to the 3'6" larges on him and would rarely leave a show without a reserve champion at the end of the week. Always got a piece of the hack and was very handy due to his previous jumper career. Qualified for junior hunter finals on him several times. Trainer showed him in international derbies, doing high options with several top 12 placings. Would love to know what you think I bought him for and ended up selling him for. We got very lucky finding a great buyer for him. So we'll start with what you think they bought him
He sounds
for.
expensive. I like it.
Okay, when did she buy him?
I actually don't know. She said that she bought him as a 6-year-old, but she doesn't say what.
And he was in the 120s.
Yes.
I feel like she probably made good money on him because buying a 1.20 horse in Europe, like for them, that's not a lot, 1.20 out there. So they can offload them here and you can usually get like a more decent deal.
Yeah.
And then if she flipped it into some like a really nice hunter.
We always say they import as jumpers and you turn them into hunters.
Yeah.
Or egg horses.
Or egg horses. What do you think the price includes import?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't know that for sure, but I don't think it does.
All right.
All right, ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. You were both over, but Maria was closer.
35.
A little bit lower.
No way.
30.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you. Great deal. Killer deal.
That
was awesome.
For a 6-year-old doing a 120.
Yeah.
Yeah. She bought this horse sight unseen.
Wow.
So we had a submission, I think for the most recent one that I posted.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the most recent once this one's posted, but the person bought a horse sight unseen from Europe and didn't get along with it and was like, I kind of just want to like sell him and get a new horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This person had the exact opposite experience. So we were like, it's kind of risky because sometimes people will buy a horse sight unseen and it works out great. And sometimes
it's like
it just
a
doesn't
real
work
gamble.
out. It's a gamble.
Yeah, you either get really lucky or it just is not your ride.
Yeah.
That's I wonder if she bought him a couple years ago.
Probably.
Because that would make more sense.
Yeah.
At that 30,000.
Yeah.
Now
I feel like the market is.
And she said she qualified for junior hunter finals on him several times.
Yeah.
So that
tells
alone, me she probably bought him at least like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that price makes sense. It makes better sense than like a shocking, like, wow, that's like really good now. I think for a 6-year-old doing 120s, I'd probably put them around 40.
Yeah.
For 45, honestly. But 30's fantastic.
Yeah.
If it was within the next last year, you did great.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think she sold it for?
Placings in international, junior hunter finals,
reserve piece of the hack.
Champion. Piece of the hack is big too.
Piece of the hack is big.
Oh gosh. Whatever she sold it for, she made good money on it.
I don't know if I go high or like, ooh, okay. Should I go for a range?
No, you can't go for a range. You're picking one number.
Okay.
So I think I'm going high, but you know what? We're gonna do it.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Maria was closer. It was a little bit lower than 250.
225.
Lower.
200.
Yeah.
200.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So she sold it for 200, but I wouldn't be surprised if she had sold it.
Yeah.
That's
Right. When I hear international, piece of the hack, and reserve and junior hunters, I mean that's.
See, I should have just gone cut the middle because I was thinking 175 to 250.
You should have met in the middle.
Every time I
that would have been that would have been cheating.
I know.
She did really well on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really well.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that also shows that having those top placings and turning it from a jumper to a
Yeah,
hunter.
literally.
Yeah.
great.
It can work. I mean, it works out really well. We've had a handful of submissions that are like that.
I imported a jumper, turned it to a hunter, and then
And
turned it into an egg horse and won like
such an easy job for them too, coming from like if they're doing the 1.20s or whatnot.
Yeah. go.
Wow. Dang. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The high prices. Gonna have to mix it up.
Yeah, now we're at 500 and 200.
I all right, so this will be our last one, right? Because this will be
Yes,
4.
yes.
Because we're gonna do a little bit less to make sure we have time
For your Q&A.
Yeah. Joe's texting me. Joe's out snowmobiling.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah, he's in Maine. He's like by Canada.
Oh, wow.
So we're on like completely opposite sides
ends
of the
of,
country.
yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. Okay. I think it's gonna stump you.
Oh my god, his tag. I don't know if I should say what the tag says on the podcast because I think we have
Children,
young
viewers.
He's so sneaky. He's like,
He's
I've been
enjoying
working
this.
all
Okay.
day.
All right, this is gonna be a two-parter.
Okay.
All right, guess the budget. Hi, I'm a junior rider in the U.S. doing the hunter/equitation. I recently purchased a horse and would love to share my ISO because of this reason. I'm getting better reading it and thinking as I go. ISO. A confidence-boosting children's hunter to do a year of 2.6. Rider is coming off of a difficult lease. Nothing under 16 hands. Gelding preferred, but not a deal breaker. Can be green, but only if very level-headed. Nothing over 14 years old. Looking for a very huntery horse that has the ability to play in the eck ring. No push rides, no buck, rear, or bolt. Spooking is fine as long as the horse is afraid of everything.
Isn't afraid of everything?
I think it was isn't. It says it is, but I think she said isn't afraid of everything. Color/breed does not matter, but nothing gated. Nothing super fancy, but needs to be able to take a rider past 3 foot. Lead changes are a requirement. What do we think the budget was?
Okay, I kind of have my answer. Sometimes I just get a vibe.
You're like, this is
We're going off
it.
vibes.
So it needs to be able to do the 3 feet.
Yes. It says take rider past 3 feet, but it also says a confidence-boosting children's hunter to do a year of 2.6. I feel like I'm very close to the mic. Like this.
That's usually where we hold
You think?
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
All right. Ready?
Ready.
Set. Go.
What do you have?
Oh, you guys are way off.
Are we way under?
Way over.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
thinking confidence booster, auto lead, like 3-3 at least.
So her budget was. Do you want to guess it, or do you want me to
I
tell
wanna
you?
guess it.
Okay, you want to guess it? Okay.
And we
So,
both.
Do you wanna-
okay,
do you wanna
so
do your
first,
reasoning for it?
yeah, first I want to do my reasoning. So I felt like her budget wasn't going to be that high, but I felt like it would be kind of one of those budgets where it was like, all right, it's not that high, but like it's
Still,
reasonable.
yeah, I still find
just
something.
because of the requirements.
Yeah.
Because she wanted it like to be able to do the 3 foot, and I don't know what else did she say in there.
I think confidence boosting children's hunter do the 2.6. I think
Auto lead change.
Yeah, the auto lead
Well, it
change.
didn't say auto lead change, but it said lead change.
Yeah.
Is a requirement, so.
Yeah.
She did say nothing super fancy, but does need to be able to take a rider past 3 foot.
See, I feel like in that case,
I'm thinking
That's-
Packer. Like, she
right,
wants
and that's
a
kind of
Packer.
where I got 45K because
What'd you say?
I said 45.
45,000.
Yeah. Molly's listening to us. So I feel like, honestly, this is going to sound bad, but in the hunters, 45K for a horse that can take you past 3 foot is the cheap horse in the class.
For sure.
Depending on where you're showing. Like, if we're showing here at WEF, then
Yeah.
yes. Maybe if you're showing
Yeah.
locally, not so much. But
If she wanted to stay at the 2.6, I'd be like, oh, that's like super reasonable. But I feel like moving up to 3.3, that's like a much bigger jump and like getting around.
was it?
Alexa said for those.
Oh, yeah,
listening,
Alexa said
75.
Oh, yeah,
5K.
75. I think I'm jaded by the Florida prices
Yeah,
out here.
Probably.
So we were both way over.
Was
Yes.
it 20?
I was going to say 22.
It was 15 to 20,000.
Okay.
I feel like, I mean, if she found one, I feel like that could be a stretch, so to find one that's going up past the 3 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she did say color and breed doesn't matter, but I feel like with all the other requirements, I mean, maybe you could get a TB in that price range, but
Yeah, I feel
Maybe
like,
like a
you
project?
probably could get a TB
but she wanted confidence boosting. I think that's here. That's kind
Or
of,
she got something older.
Yeah, she could have gotten something older if she didn't care about age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, well,
let's
do you
hear.
want to
Yeah,
see
let's
what
hear
you
what you
got?
got.
All right,
Yes,
let's hear what you
I'm
got.
really interested now.
Are we invested?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yes, I need to know.
What I bought: a 16.3 12-year-old Holsteiner gelding who has successfully competed 3-3 plus Hunter's super safe angel horse, push ride, bomb proof with auto changes. What do we think I paid? Write down your answers.
Do we think she went way over budget? Potentially?
How old is the horse?
12.
12.
Oh, okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I do not think she spent 20K on that
I don't
horse
think so.
at all.
1, 2, 3. All right. Alexa said 50K and Nora said 55K. Alexa, you are correct.
Yeah. So she went significantly over.
She paid $50,000.
He sounds dreamy though. He
Yes.
sounds like he's going to fill what she was looking for exactly.
Exactly. And for the first part, she said, I recently purchased a horse and would love to share my ISO because I had a drastic budget. So I figured if I said that, I would give it away. But yeah, this I think is a great example of, again, meeting expectations. Like,
Yeah,
she
totally.
probably wasn't finding anything in her budget.
Yeah, that was going to do the job.
Yeah, and she went like significantly over budget.
Yeah, but we always talk about this because we've had a lot of submissions, so I feel like we've seen almost everything at this point.
From like 0 to.
So we've seen this before where someone wasn't finding what they were looking for in the budget that they had, so they were like they weren't willing to compromise on their requirements.
That happens a lot.
So they upped the budget. But sometimes, I don't know if you're part of any horse sale Facebook groups.
I've seen a lot of the ads.
But so there are also other people who will have all these requirements, probably not the right budget, not find anything, but they keep posting and posting and posting with the same budget. And we're always like, if
you
that's
need to
happening,
change something in what you're looking for or the price.
Yeah, like if that's happening, it's not that, well, it is because there aren't horses out there in your budget, but you need to compromise on something.
Yeah,
you need to either up the price or you need to reevaluate your expectations.
You know
Something's not aligning.
What kills me sometimes in these ads that I see are people who are looking for a specific color. And I'm like, my philosophy, I'm like, if the horse is doing the job and it's what I'm looking for, I don't care what color it is. I'm still going to like it.
Maria was looking for not a specific color.
Some people are like hung up on the color.
Oh,
and
I was for sure.
What color?
I have a Pinto, and I was only looking at colored horses. I specifically said I do not want a bay, and I will not look at bays.
Okay. And her trainer was mad about it.
Yeah, he hated the fact that I got a Pinto. But alas, here we are.
Unique, very unique.
Yes, I got the blue eye and everything.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah.
Is he black and white?
No, he's a buckskin Pinto with a one blue eye. And then it's like a half
pretty.
Blue eye and then a brown eye.
I love those.
Yeah, so he was very unique, very, very unique. But I did choose color. I chose color, I think, over any expectations because he wanted me to get a 130 horse that was experienced, maybe a little back burner because my budget, and I got a 4-year-old with limited experience because I liked him.
Yeah.
You know what? I did that with mine. I did not go looking for a 6-year-old, and I came home with a 6-year-old. Just kind of works out sometimes.
Yeah, the love at first sight thing I think is real. It is. Like, I want him.
Yeah. No, I feel that too.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that was it for our submissions. We're doing a little bit less this time because we wanted to leave room for our discussion.
Yes.
Do you have? Oh, yeah, you do have your phone.
Yes.
So I asked you guys to send me your questions for Alexa. We have some of them written down. So,
how did you get started in riding, and are there any tips for beginners or those starting riding?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I feel like I had two starts to my riding. One is when I actually started riding. I was 8 years old. I went the lesson route. I loved the barn I was at 'cause I learned grooming. Like, I literally did everything. We didn't have grooms at the barn, which I feel like now so many people do. So that was my like intro to riding. And then my second start to riding, I got back into riding as an adult, which I feel like a lot of people do because you have to take some time off after school. And again, I started at a lesson program. I was going to take just like one lesson a week, and then it snowballed into two, and then it turned into a lease horse, and now I have a horse. And they wanted some tips for getting started.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like finding the correct barn that is right for you. There's like so many bad trainers and barns out there. I'm just going to say it. And I've been to a few different barns, and I finally landed on a great one. Just someone who I think has your horse's care and your goals and how they treat you. I think I've been at the last barn I was at. The minute my horse got hurt, I was like kicked to the side, and they don't really care for you anymore because you're not paying your show bills and training bills because you don't have a horse. And that's, I think, is not cool at all.
Yeah, I think that's a really good piece of advice, and something that the three of us were actually talking about this morning on the way to the barn, or on the way to the show, just like, because we've all had experience with trainers who
we've all been there,
weren't the greatest, or didn't necessarily have all the knowledge, or didn't have our best interests at heart. And it kind of like can be really discouraging. It can really discourage you from the sport.
Yeah, it makes you really not like this, and it's really sad because this is like something really all of us are like so passionate about, and to have someone like squash it like that is really upsetting and hurtful and sad, you know?
I also think it perpetuates, I mean, we talk a lot about the financials on here. I think it perpetuates that stigma that you have to be rich or wealthy or have a lot of money in order to ride when you get treated as such, that if you cannot compete, if you can't compete every weekend, if you can't have two horses, like if you can't afford this, you're not welcome here, or you're not treated as well as other people with money.
I don't like that. The barn I'm at now, I have one horse, and a lot of people have 2, 3, 4, and I'm treated, I feel equal to them, which is how it should be, you know?
Definitely. So our next question is, I would love to know more about her story, like how/why she created her brand, any struggles. We talked a little bit about your riding background, but yeah, we can dive into the brand a little bit.
Lots of struggles in the brand. That's what happens when you start a new brand. I started this when I got back into riding as an adult. I had taken literally 6 years off. And from the time that I quit to the time I rejoined, I was like, what's like cool for riding clothes? I didn't know. Like there's been in 6 years like a huge change in fashion in equestrian, like just like the fabrics they use, like the cuts, the styles. So I obviously am an amateur rider. I love riding in leggings. You guys can make fun of me for that. I just love it. And when I got back into it, the only cute leggings on the market were like carrots and like more like lesson style leggings. So I was like, I want to create a brand, and I started literally with a pair of leggings, and then it kind of has now gone into competition wear and like sweaters and tops. But yeah, it literally started with the leggings. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favorite piece that you have?
Oh, this is really hard.
This is my question. This wasn't a submitted question, but that's my question.
You know what? I'm going to go with the cool competition shirt because I feel like what that shirt has done for my brand more than any, like I love all the pieces I make.
Should we pull one out?
That one's special. Let's pull it out.
I was just gonna be like, do you want me to get up so Buster doesn't get disturbed?
So this is my cool competition shirt. She has both colors, that tells you something. I actually feel like most people who buy it get both colors. I actually have someone who owns.
Buster's so offended. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but he's giving you a look. He's like really upset.
You're uncomfortable on my lap. I have someone who came in and bought 9 of them. because they love the shirt so much.
Wow.
So I feel like that was my first piece of competition clothing, and now it makes me, I'm like, I don't want to do anything else. I just want to do like clothes to show in. I feel like people like spend a little bit more on that because they're like, your clothes for the show and you're in them all day.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make like comfortable, cute pieces. So when you take your jacket off, you're like, I mean, we all do. Probably everyone who watches this podcast, you stay in your riding clothes literally all day long.
I've been wearing this all day.
Yes.
Molly's been wearing that all day.
Yeah, I want to be comfortable and I want to feel cute. I don't want to feel like frumpy or like I'm like constricted in my stuff.
I like plan some of my show outfits based on how long I'm going to be wearing them.
Yeah, I have my extra comfy shirts.
Yeah.
And sometimes
like
with sometimes with riding clothes, the really comfortable stuff is not as cute. So I'm trying to merge them together. Comfy and cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I need to get some hats.
I need hats.
You
but
should get
I
hats.
should.
The hats with the logo on it?
Yes, it'd be cute.
For sure.
And I need a black one.
What style hats do you, okay, this is my thing. Do you like the
ponytail
I
hats.
like these. The ones that I think they're different.
and like the dad style, which is like what you guys have on, or more of the like trucker style? That's what I'm always lost on. I feel like those are called the dad hats.
I like the ponytail.
I like the ponytail
hats.
too.
Yeah, because then you can wear it like in a high ponytail.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's my problem. On the
Yeah.
normal hats back here, I'm like, sometimes I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want my hair to touch my neck.
Yeah.
Let me fix your hair so you can see, like, this doesn't look bad. But like you can put your hair
Yeah,
in
I
a
can put
high
my hair
Yeah,
all the way
that
up.
looks cute.
for it.
I
So,
like
something
that.
like that style with your logo.
It's like a visor / hat.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
not $45. Like,
Yes.
I would buy more of them
Yes.
if they were like in the $25 range.
Yeah, I like that range too. And everyone needs a hat at the barn.
Yes. I've been looking.
We're trying to
Some
save our
places
skin.
for a hat, but they're
They're
all
like
don't-
$50.
$50. I'm like, I'm not spending $50 on a hat. Like, I
Or
just
like
want a
$400 the
hat.
wide brim
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I'm like, please make it a little bit more affordable. Yeah.
Do you have another?
I do. Okay.
Sorry, I don't.
Okay, this is actually interesting, and I'm curious to know. So, does most of your income come from here? Do you have another job? Do you kind of?
It's a good question. I will be honest with you guys. I have not seen a dollar from this brand, and I've been 3 years in business. And it's not because I'm not making money, but I literally put everything I make in this back into the brand.
Which is common in
Yes,
new startups.
and I hear that goes on till at least year 5.
Yes.
I'm hoping maybe to see a little bit of profit this year because it's growing. That part's been difficult, but I am happy that it runs itself because I was like, I haven't put any extra money into this brand since I started it, which
That's awesome.
for it sounds weird. I'm like, I'm not making any money off this, but I do feel success in that it can run itself.
Yeah.
And like each season I can make like a couple more pieces or like a couple more styles.
And you're not losing money on it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Hopefully it's growing. But second part, since I don't make any money off this, I do have a very supportive fiance who is very kind to me.
We love that.
Yes, we love
do love
supportive
that. We love
horsemen,
supportive partners.
girlfriends,
Yes.
whatever they
I
are.
don't have her ring on, but
I don't, because my fiance didn't want me to lose it down in Florida. So I was like, okay.
Get covered in dirt.
I will. Here's what I'm going to do that I think is a good travel tip for anyone with their question specifically. I'm going to get a $100 Etsy ring that looks like my ring, so that I
Okay,
can wear
I've been
cubic
looking
zirconia.
into that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's called like a travel engagement ring.
I've
so you
heard of
basically
that.
Just wear it.
And then you can,
anywhere.
because I do end up wearing mine and I show in it. I'm at the barn and it gets filthy.
Yes,
but I'm like, I
exactly.
want to wear it though. But
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
So
Yeah.
Etsy, I mean, I've seen some on Etsy, but you can probably get it anywhere. But they're like $100, $200 maybe.
Then you don't feel so bad.
And then you don't feel bad
about-
if you lose it
yeah,
traveling.
yeah,
So
that's a good
that
idea.
would be my next purchase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
Because my hand now feels bare. But yes, we love.
Yes,
supportive
get yourself
partners.
a supportive horse partner because this isn't going anywhere. So you need someone who's not going to be like, "Why you're at the barn all day?" or like, "Where are you?" Like mine knows when I go. Yeah, he knows when I go to the barn. I'll call him.
Yeah. Mine is the same.
Yeah.
Or he knows, like, when I go lesson at 7 in the morning before work, he knows that I'm usually in my car by like 8:15. So he'll call me like when I'm done.
Yeah.
Or when he expects me to be done. And then if I don't pick up, it's fine. I just call him when I'm on my way home. But
yeah, we like supportive ones because it makes all the difference. You know, because
totally
we put a lot of time, money, effort, everything into this sport hobby, and you need someone who respects that and also likes the horses too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a perk. Be a partner, a parent.
Yeah.
Family member,
Yeah.
friend.
It takes some stress away.
Yeah.
Because this is already can be very stressful.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
definitely.
sure you've been stressed before trying to start this business. It's not easy.
Yeah.
To start a business.
Yeah. I was stressed even coming to do this pop-up. I'm like, should I do it? Like, I don't think I'm ready. He's like, you need to go do it. So I'm very happy I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was you started, you got this, I'm very curious because I know a lot of individuals, especially nowadays, want to start their own businesses. For more, especially in the equestrian world, because they're trying to merge their passions in the equestrian world, and they're also trying to be more flexible because it is a lot of time, especially if you're showing. So you thought of this idea, and then like, what was your next step?
How did it come to life?
Did you get people to help you out? Did you research a lot?
Yeah, so I was like, I have no idea how to get into clothing, like at all. I like sketched out on paper. I'm a terrible drawer. I sketched out a pair of leggings. I actually wish I still had the thing I did, like chicken scratch
that'd actually be cute, like,
right? I framed it. I'm like, why did I save that? I actually had a girlfriend who was dating this guy. He was in the clothing manufacturing and he did like exclusively a lot of workout wear. So I was like, oh, that's kind of crosses with horse stuff. She had stopped talking to him and I begged her. It was actually really funny. I was like, please, can you go on like one more date or like start talking to him again? And she did. She did. And we got linked up and that's how I met my current tiny little team that helps me. They're these 3 wonderful men and they're in my corner helping me with like you should use this fabric, or if I come to them with like a design, they're like, let's like add this to it. And they're new to horse stuff too, but it's been really good. Starting is probably the hardest part because I did go back and forth for months being like, should I do this? Is this going to be like way too much? Is it going to be too much work, like a headache? And I'm happy I did because it's fun to see your own brand and business grow.
Yeah.
And be your own boss. I was so tired of working for other people.
Yeah. What did you do before this?
I worked for Sam Shield.
Oh.
Yeah, so I did all their West Coast stuff, sales, and then I also was with them when they launched their clothing line. So that's kind of how I like had this like little thought. I was around it a lot and doing all that. So I was like, I want to do this. And when I got back into riding, I was like, I need to find something that is eventually one day going to pay for my riding, showing, lets me literally be at the horse show for weeks on end. And I think every horse girl's drive is, let me find something that can help me pay for this.
That's so true.
Literally why I moved out of Florida, because of a better paying job. Because my horse got injured and it was a lot of vet bills, and I was like, I need to pay for this.
I feel like
a better paying job.
Everyone, it's always in the back of your head. I'm like, what else can I do to help support this? Because it's so expensive, but it's like I can't go a day without it. You know?
Yeah,
completely.
Do we have any other?
I think that's questions. Because I know a lot of people who do want to start their own business.
Yeah, they're like, how did you start?
They don't know where. So I guess connections would be one of them. Use your connections.
Yes, use your connections. Research.
Prior experience. You've had prior experience.
Yeah, that helped. Also, just it sounds so cheesy when you see those quotes like, if you do something you're passionate about, you like never have to work a day in your life. I hate that, but it's so true because this brand sometimes is so, it's like awful. Like I've had mistakes, I've had to call customers, but it's still mine, and like it's still, even the worst days are like still good. Yeah. So it makes it better. Yeah. Also, the horse people are just really nice. I've had some mishaps, and everyone's been so cool and so kind to me. So I just have a nice group of customers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think horse girls, not just girls, but I think horse people in general get sometimes bad reps.
Yeah.
Let's be real, there are like not so nice horse people.
I'm
in the
sure
industry,
there's a grouping of them.
but there are really genuinely nice people, and like, I mean, you guys met on social media.
Yeah, we literally met online.
Molly met Nora over. He's dropping on a conversation at West. So,
I love that. We all meet in very weird ways, but the horses are such a strong connection no matter what background you come from. Like, you can be friends with people with different political views, or you can be friends with a 65-year-old and a 12-year-old, which like sometimes I'm like, I'm literally hanging out with kids, but I enjoy this.
Yeah, you have that common bond that kind of just brings you together.
It's a nice community to be a part of.
Yeah, totally.
We can probably talk horses all day.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know. Do that one?
I don't know. Someone's asking me about if you like your air vest.
Yes, I do. Wear your air vest, people, if you have one.
I do like my air vest. I'm going to go with this one because I think just because you have your own business and you've done it, what has been your greatest, like, I guess, success in the business? And then what's been your greatest struggle? That's kind of a hard one.
Okay, struggle was definitely this year. I had my Cocoa Waffle Polo, which is a really popular piece. I had them all done. I brought them right out to the Desert Horse Park show with me because I was selling them with the store, and I shipped out 20 of them I just put them right into the mailer, did my thank you card, sent them out. And then I opened one like a couple days later, which is a huge mistake on my end. I guess I learned a good lesson from it. And the sweaters looked like baby sweaters. They were literally like this big. They were like crop tops. I'm like, I'm sorry, we don't ride in crop tops. That's like not a thing. So I literally had to go back. I was so embarrassed because I'm still quite new. So I feel like any mistake, people could be like, oh, well, it's like a bad brand, or it's bad quality, or doesn't fit right. So I literally had to go back, and I called texted, emailed every person who ordered. And I was like, I sent you a sweater and it's gonna look like a baby sweater when you open it up. I was so embarrassed, but everyone was literally so kind. Like, I got the nicest responses, and it literally took me 2 months to get them fixed, and nobody complained, nobody canceled, nobody was mean. I got the sweaters, and I'm like basically sold out now because now they're great. But that was very painful this year. I was like having a meltdown at the horse show. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh my gosh. I think that's such a great example, though, of customer service.
Yes,
how
totally.
customer service can just...
I've learned customer service, and this is everything.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
People cannot be mad if you offer them a replacement, or you're late with your order, or like anything. Like, I've had like some snaps fall off my shirts. It's just like inevitable, and I just send them a new one, and they're like, great, I love this shirt so much. So I think I've learned a lot. Customer service is so important.
It's so important.
If you deal with a brand with bad service, like, you're not going back. I won't.
Right. Yeah. Good customer service will lead to repeat purchasers. It increases your lifetime value.
Totally.
I mean, that's why I use Chewy. Like, I don't know if anyone else uses
Chewy.
Chewy.
Yeah, great customer service.
Yeah, they send you like cards in the mail.
Yeah,
It's
a little thing.
Or like they hear that your pet passed away, like they'll send you flowers.
I've seen that.
But it's that, taking that extra level, I think, in your business, and you're obviously doing it quite well, that really differentiates, I think, a lot of businesses. Not only in the equestrian industry, but any industry.
Totally. I want to feel connected to my customer. I think that's very important. Most exciting thing, honestly, it's just when I'm like walking around the horse show and I see people in my show shirts. I'm like, you're wearing my stuff. Like, that is so cool. Like, to think that I like thought of this design and now it's like hanging on a rack, and like I passed someone like last week literally in my shirt. I'm like, this is literally so cool. It's so cool.
That must be such a cool
feeling. I like probably look creepy. I'm like, is that my shirt? It's so awesome though. Did you? I love that.
It was the horses.
Yes, you made. Yeah, it's really cool to see.
Yeah, she goes, oh, that's Euphoric Equestrian.
That's getting more brand recognition is like next on my list. And then also, I literally meet the coolest people. I met so many nice customers. and that's been awesome.
That's definitely super cool.
Yeah.
You can meet so many people.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Going back to the horse community.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
think
great.
connections are everything.
Yeah, it is. People just, even word of mouth is so nice for me. Even if you don't shop with me, but you're still talking about the brand, it means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say that about this podcast and my TikTok sometimes. Sometimes people will like argue in the comments and stuff, and I'm like, well, we're getting the engagement.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? Good, bad publicity. There's, you know, when people. The best kind of is, though, I think it's hilarious when people start fighting, not with you, with each other in the comments, and you just keep getting.
We get that all the time. It's actually
you're like, keep it coming.
Funny.
I'm gonna get more views off.
Exactly. It's so funny.
It's just like you're just there for the tea.
Yes.
Not a
I'm
part
like,
of the tea, but
no, I don't want to partake. I'm just gonna watch it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll sometimes send you like a TikTok video if it's like really like if I know it's gonna be very controversial. I'll send it to her and be like,
I go right to the comments.
Yeah. It's like just start following it. And just, like after comment.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's a good time though. We love social media.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like love-hate. I hate it because people are on their phones so much, but it has done like such amazing things, especially for my brand, just being on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't done any marketing or anything. I've just been posting TikTok videos and I enjoy it. And it's nice to connect with people on there.
Yeah, I think I found you on Instagram.
Yeah, I think we were friends on Instagram first.
Yeah.
And then you sent me a photo this summer of you and your friend in the matching white shirt.
Yes, that was
cute.
at the Devon Fall Classic. Yeah. So what's next?
What is next? I'm working on, you know what, I had a really great problem happen out here in Wellington. I like literally have no stock left of clothing, which
that's a good problem to have.
I was really stressed at first. I was like, I don't know what to do. I have stores now that want my stuff, and I literally don't have a lot of stock. So I guess it's a great problem. I've just never run into this before. So working on getting some new pieces coming out and getting into more stores and just more like brand recognition. I think people starting to see it on more people, and they're like, oh, I like that brand.
Yeah.
Which, you know, at the start, I was like literally giving away so much free stuff. I'm like, please try my brand, please try it. And now I feel like I'm in a position where like I don't have to like do as many sales anymore, and like people like are coming to me, stores are coming to me, they want to sell my stuff. So that's a big thing I'm trying to work on next. Definitely more pieces, more show shirts, a turtleneck for summer for schooling. A hat. Oh yes, a hat. I'm going to work on a hat. If anybody has any requests, I love to hear what people are looking for, you know? Yeah.
Would you ever do like jackets?
You know what? I thought about it, but there's like so many brands doing such beautiful jackets. Yeah. I'm like, I just don't feel the need to step into that category.
But here's a fun one. I do have a fun one though. That maybe, I don't know if you could do it, but this is something that I would be looking for. I would like a pair of shoes, like horse show shoes, because I feel like there's not like I have these, and I get a lot of my shoes on like TJ Maxx and Ross's because
everyone has their like beater.
Yeah,
like,
they're horse show shoes, and they get dirty, and I can do maybe a couple months in them at horse shows, and then they break.
I have my barn shoes too.
Yeah,
that,
there's
like,
always barn shoes.
My old workout shoes.
So I would like comfortable walking shoes that are also stylish that I can put with jeans and cute ones.
Like multi-use.
Yes, stylish, but they are waterproof.
Yes. Oh, that's good. That's good for here. You know what? My favorite thing I've seen here in Wellington, it was downpouring one week, and I saw a horse show mom in Golden Goose tennis shoes with the shearling fur, like walking through the mud, and I was like, I can't right now, but I love it too.
Oh my gosh, it should have been like that. Have you seen the sorority TikToks that are like the OOTDs?
Yeah,
they're like Golden Goose. What are the other ones? Yeah, or like crystallized. David Yerman.
Those are my favorite. We need some horse show outfits with that.
Yeah, I know. We'll do the OOTDs. Get ready with me.
We need to know everything you're wearing, all your accessories.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was everything we had.
Yeah.
Do you
Yay,
have
that
any
was
more
fun.
questions for Alexa? I don't know why my voice just went so high.
I don't. I just want to say, like, I do love the brand. To be honest, I don't own anything because a lot of my stuff does come from like TJ Maxx.
Yeah, Maria spends
I'm very.
on her
You're
horse.
the budgeter.
I
right?
am
Yes,
the budgeter.
That's great.
Maria
You need to put me on a budget.
she splurges on the horse stuff.
I do.
That's
I
good.
splurge on horse stuff. I don't splurge as much on my stuff because my horse comes first in
I-
my life.
I
Besides
have
Surge.
been
and my
going
dog, but-
that way. I'm like, I used to love to shop.
Yeah.
Shop. I love fashion, but now I'm like, I literally can't. I can either do horse stuff or personal stuff, and the personal stuff is falling to the wayside.
Yeah, and it's true. Like today, I mean, I need a new show jacket, and I was looking at the price, and it was a very reasonable price jacket.
RJ Classic.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was, and I
nice,
really
nice.
liked it, and I liked the color, and I was like, oh, I really like it, but you know what? It's a lot of money. But I can bet you, if I needed a bridle for my horse,
Oh, you
and
haven't
it was
gone
like
into
the same
seconds.
price,
Yeah.
I would not have even questioned.
Yeah.
I've been like, yep. Here's the credit
he
card.
Needs it. He needs it.
Yeah. So I think it's just where your priorities are
Yeah.
for budgeting and for
Yeah.
spending money. And
I think a lot of people follow that way. They're like, oh, I have horse stuff to pay for this month, or a vet bill, or horse show,
Yeah.
or training, or,
Yeah.
you know, all that. So that kind of comes first for most people, most horse people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I think that's
It was
about
fun.
all we have.
I don't
so-
have a future in picking horse price.
At all. Yeah, you did get the
Maybe I
last
had
one.
to warm up into it.
Yeah.
The more you do, the better you
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you so much
Thank you
for
guys
being
for
on the
having me.
podcast.
Yeah.
So
Where can
fun.
people find you?
So best bet is my website. You can find that in my Instagram bio or TikTok. It's euphoricequestrian.com. And keep a lookout for new pieces and
Yay.
new stock.
I'm
Yay.
looking for my hat.
Yes.
I'm so
Hat's coming soon.
excited. And Alexa just debuted a new show shirt here at WEF, which this is the last weekend of the pop-up. So by the
Yes.
time this comes out, unfortunately, she won't be here anymore. Well,
If you're
you'll be in
local
Florida,
though, I'm here for a while, so I can do drop-offs.
but she can make it happen.
Yeah. Still shipping out of Florida too, so
Yeah.
the website is alive and happening.
When's the next show you'll be attending?
You know what? I don't know. I don't usually do horse shows with my brand. This is like the
Oh,
first one
interesting.
I've done, and it's gone so well. So maybe some more in the future. Something this summer, possibly.
Yeah, fun.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
This was so
y'all.
fun.
So fun.
You.
Adult Ammy's out. All right.
No, okay.
All right. We're going to say adult Ammy's out, and then we're all just going to walk away.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Adult
Adult Ammy's
Ammy's
out.
So fun.
Done.
That was awesome.
Oh, good. Okay.